Good morning and welcome to episode 1183 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, April 7th. Sorry, yeah, that's right, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Mark's got a ton of stuff in the coffee. What's it all about, Mark, in the coffee?
Oh man, I mean some stupid deaths, right? Like really dumb, should have been avoidable deaths. You got the joke of the day. There's some violent, there's some cool protests, some political stuff,
Nice.
sprinkling some sports. You know the deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of
How
all
far-
of it.
We've come so far. Remember, Mark, when there were no cool protests in your mind, and you just
Well, look.
There's
I
only
like
a
it.
few that are
I'll
good.
address my
There's been-
feeling on protests.
There's
at
been
the
some
cream
good
of the
ones
crop.
recently. Yeah.
okay.
Been some good ones recently.
We're coming around though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good. I've got some useless inventions on deck. Can't wait to show them to you guys.
That's how I
Pretty
like my
useless.
inventions.
Yeah. Aren't most
Useless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Useless or
Yeah.
useless. I mean, you'll be shocked at how useless they are. One of them may be more terrifying than useless, but you guys will tell me once you see it. Pat, what do you got in the hole?
Oh, Mark teased it two days ago. Last time he did coffee. We're gonna be talking about a
cut.
good old-fashioned manhunt, a politician who was on the run, and also a science breakthrough that I think you'll be excited to hear about.
Oh,
Nice.
I love that. Love that.
I got a
Wes,
feeling that one. Sorry,
first.
I got a feeling that one. That story that Pat's gonna do. I have a feeling that's like the next big. We did like the Gabby Petito. We did like the Murdaws. I have a feeling like people are gonna soon after Pat does this, and down the road, the media is gonna come around to how fucking crazy this story is.
It's weird. It's
Yeah.
a weird one.
Yeah.
That's for dang sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Stay tuned. And then Wes, of course, has the high five to buzz us into the weekend once again.
That's right. Got some good voicemails, some great listener video submissions. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have some fun. We'll have some fun in the high five, you know?
Fantastic. What a fun Friday.
Glad to
Can't
hear
wait.
Let's.
I need a fun Friday.
You guys want to do the fucking news because it is packed. It's packed.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
The cup of coffee in the big time. But like I said, before we get to all those top stories, I'd like to do a joke of the day. This one's from Father Brian. He likes to send in the jokes. I'll put it up on the screen, but I'm going to read it. You don't have to read it. I'll read it to you. It says, a father buys a lie detector robot that slaps people when they lie. He decides to test it out at dinner one night. The father asks his son what he did that afternoon. The son says, I did some homework. The robot slaps the son. The son says, okay, I was at a friend's house watching movies. Dad asks, what movie did you watch? Son says, Toy Story. The robot slaps the son. Son says, okay, we were watching porn. Dad says, what? At your age? I didn't even know what porn was. The robot slaps the father. The mom laughs and says, well, he certainly is your son. The robot slaps the mother. Come on.
That whore, mother.
Come on, Father
How did
Brian.
it know?
Father
you know?
Brian.
Yeah. The age of the robot is going to be something else.
Yeah.
I might do a half a pack with Father Brian as my next guest.
There you
It's
go.
been floating around, but
Oh,
I'm not sure I want to. Not because I don't love Father Brian, but because I don't want to go to hell, if there is a hell. And,
Well,
Okay.
but he could absolve you.
he's
right?
like your protector. Yeah.
that's true.
Mhm.
I think you
okay.
have to.
Yeah.
I want you to.
I've always loved to
Sounds fun.
shoot the shit with a priest, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why haven't you yet? You know.
Because I don't go to confession, you know?
That's true. You know.
You could do a confession style half a pack,
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's get right into it. It turns out Supreme Court justices are only human beings that maybe we should not revere as gods, and maybe should not be appointed for life. Ruth might have lived a few extra years if she didn't have to go to work until she literally died on the job. Just saying. These folks aren't gods or precogs. They just are regular human beings that get old, and they also have tendencies to like fallen into traps like of money and greed, like Clarence Thomas, who apparently him and his giant loudmouth wife Ginny have been taking
QAnon gin.
Yeah, have been taking gifts and luxury vacations from Republican super donor and billionaire Harlan Crow for decades. What a fucking name.
Harlan Crow. Yeah.
Harlan Crow. He sounds like the bad guy in a superhero or like a campy detective movie. Like a detective.
Yeah,
yeah.
It sounds like the real life man that Harley Quinn's comic book character was based off of.
Yeah, Harlan
sounds
Crow.
like a series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
It
like
was
he
Harlan
had-
Crow again, wasn't it?
He has money, but not scruples, is what it sounds like.
Right. Well, he buys everyone in town, Pat. Like everyone knows Harlan Crow's behind it, but no one can do anything because he buys the Supreme Court justice and he buys
buying everyone in town.
buys everyone. Yeah.
Great crime boss name.
Yeah. Anyways, he's in the penthouse of his villain headquarters that you can't do anything about. He's up there. Anyways, I have no idea how Crow made his money. Probably investments and maybe a trust fund. Who knows? But we all do now know that Clarence Thomas was going on multiple week-long vacations. Like, for example, he was staying every summer for a full week at this dude's mansion in the Adirondacks, like in New York.
Okay. I don't see something wrong with it yet.
Yeah, here's the art. Is that it? I've never been to the Adirondacks. Sounds nice.
That's
It's
a
beautiful.
nice cabin, though.
Taking private jets to Indonesia and going on his luxury yacht island to island, eating fancy meals on a vacation that was estimated to cost a normal person, if they'd paid $500,000. He got a $500,000 free vacation.
Yeah, but he's his friend, right?
Yeah, it's his friend. He just takes him
it's
all
his
around
friend.
the world.
Yeah,
He uses his jet, his yacht,
Right.
his places,
When
his chef.
when your friend's
So
a rich guy,
Harlan
that's what
Crow,
happens.
who's like the richest Republican donor, is best friends with Clarence Thomas and takes him on lavish trips. That's
Yeah, they're totally mutually best friends. I'm sure it's
Could be.
like a professional arrangement. You know, how they became
It's not.
friends,
It's not for
obviously.
him. It's totally a friendship thing. His friend doesn't need the money. He doesn't ask for any money. He doesn't ask for any votes or rulings in certain directions.
Right.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do
Right.
that.
Just takes the
Friends
trip.
don't
No, it's
let
just-
friends
just the trips.
uphold
Trips.
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, it's just the
see?
trips. Yeah, see.
What, a rich guy's not allowed to have friends?
Maybe,
these-
maybe Crow just likes because rich guys always pay for all their friends 100%. Maybe Crow just likes Clarence and his insufferable wife's company and wanted nothing in return for the several millions of dollars he spent on the travel and accommodation over
No,
the past 20 years.
I mean that seems unlikely, but it seems like they're also just like both like if they're friends. What's going to happen?
They're
Is
not
there gonna be
friends,
some type of
We'll
review?
get to it. Yeah, they're not. They're friends with benefits. ProPublica, who released the report, said, quote, "The extent and frequency of Crow's apparent gifts to Thomas has no known precedent in the modern history of the U.S. Supreme Court." So Thomas was doing all the things I talked about, all the money I was talking about.
friend.
Some of the vacations he would show up. Some of the vacations he would show up in, like the executives at Verizon, PricewaterhouseCoopers, major GOP donors, and leaders of the Conservative American Enterprise Institute think tank were there. But they were just friends too. They were, they weren't talking about cases or rulings or laws and stuff. They were just having a good time at the California mail only retreat. They weren't talking about anything business related. It was all just friends for sure. Hey, look,
I mean, the court gets lobbied for sure. Like
I can't get too upset over this.
Is that like something? Are we saying like this is unprecedented?
Oh, it's illegal. You'll see how it's illegal in a second. Hey, look, I can't get too upset over this. PFT put me up in LaBerge for 2 nights. It's very illegal.
Right.
PFT put me up in LaBerge for 2 nights in Lake Charles last summer. I got a gift basket and everything. So look, who am I to judge the top judge, right? My point is, it just seems like everyone does this on both sides in all important offices, including the Supreme Court, which for some reason has become way too political. It's supposed to be nonpartisan and about justice and following the laws, but we can't have nice things because we aren't Clarence Thomas. I guess
can't do that.
Can't have nice things.
The court has always been basically always been politicized.
Well, there's always two sides to one subject. Right?
There's one
because there's two parties. The court has always been fought over as a political instrument by both parties since the history of America. Which sucks. You're right. It's not supposed to be like that, but that is the system we live in.
When there's 10 choices in a thing, that's what happens.
Yeah. Because exactly,
you guys are right. This is a good thing.
Unprecedented, Mark. You said unprecedented, which means without precedent.
Good
right?
call, Weston. Well, this is a good thing. I guess there is one actual problem with the trips and gifts, though.
It's not good.
They do not appear in Thomas's financial disclosures at all, and it looks like that violates the law that requires justices, judges, and members of Congress and federal offices to declare any sort of gifts or vacations that they don't.
They check his friend log.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. if
Say
it's
anything
friend
about
or
the
not.
$19,000 Bible he gave him that
Completely illegal.
Frederick
Yeah.
Douglass once
This
owned?
is this is one of those violations that I'm sure pretty much everybody violates. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
for sure.
We'll see where it goes.
But Supreme Court justices, they're supposed to be so holy. And I'm not even real sure why Thomas is going on all these fancy trips, because he said in his recent documentary that he's a humble man from humble upbringings, and quote, he said, I prefer the RV parks. I prefer the Walmart parking lots, the beaches, and things like that. There's something normal to me about it. I come from regular stock, and I prefer that. I prefer being around that. And the Adirondacks. And
But Jenny doesn't.
Until I met Harlan Crow, that is. And
Yeah.
once I met Harlan, he really opened my eyes to the world of elite travel.
Now I love jets.
now I like going on luxury yacht stocks with lobster caviar and washing that down with
at that
liberal
place.
tears.
Yachts ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Look at that place. Look at that cigar circle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's like a sacrificial.
We're gonna stop
service.
all abortions. That's what that was.
Yeah, it's definitely a powwow. A little.
That's where
business
abortions died, on that deck.
Smoking them down.
People are calling for him to be impeached, but that's not gonna happen. That's rarer than a president being impeached, and so good luck with that.
Well,
if it's a bunch of free trips, that's not gonna get.
Look,
old.
finance in politics is a huge
They're all
problem. Everybody and nobody, like you said, Mark. Both sides are very vulnerable.
Everyone
to
does it.
You look at the Bidens getting all the Chinese money. You look at this guy.
everyone-
You look at
everyone
Clarence
does it.
Thomas getting the Harlan Crow money. I mean,
I'm just saying, Supreme Court justices, maybe not for life. I don't know.
hey, what I say, I'm with you on just get the money out of politics. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
To me, that's a bigger issue than term limits is definitely a problem in the House as well, like in Congress. But I mean, the money is what really corrupts everything. So
Yes, for sure. I had a
Impossible.
picture of the Thomases. Where
it's
is
very hard.
It's
to do
possible
that.
to get the fuck out of judging. That's where
Super
it is possible to
PACs.
get money out of.
Super-
Get the money out of judging
politics.
first. Start there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
but super PACs probably made them jealous, right? Because the judges weren't getting the checks, and then they saw the super PACs. They're like, man, I need to get that millions too. I need to get all this super PAC money. So
To me, I'd say, being married to Jenny is punishment enough for any crime he may have committed in the past, present, or future. You think she's ever had a problem with a pickle jar?
No.
Oh wow.
No. No, I don't think so.
her hands. Wait, put that back up. Her hands may be bigger than his. Put
They're
that
way
back.
bigger than his, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
significantly.
she's a monster.
Big girl.
She is the Adirondacks.
Significantly
Jeez.
larger
I
hands.
stayed at the Adirondacks.
You don't want her guarding you on 5 on 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to solve her riddles, right? Okay, let's move on to some dum-dums who are dead. But when you hear why, you're going to be like, that's sad, but why did they do that? At least one is sad. One is so dumb you might not even feel bad for the guy. First up, RIP to 31-year-old Fawazia Javed, who was married to 29-year-old psycho Kashif Anwar. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? He killed her.
Kashif the Chief, we used to call him.
Yeah, he chiefed her. They both lived near Leeds in the UK, so this sick bastard was probably a Leeds fan. Probably a Leeds fan. MOT was not his motto, though, as he pushed his wife off a cliff at Arthur's Seat, so they weren't marching on together. And at an extinct volcano in Holyrood Park. I think I have an image of it. Here's where he pushed her from the blue arrow to the red arrow.
Oh, holy shit!
Pushed her off a cliff of like 55 feet.
She's not stopping at the red arrow either.
No.
She
it's
did.
terrible.
She did.
Down the hill. That's
Oh,
horrible.
she was 17 weeks pregnant too.
Come on.
Yeah, that was
Good
back.
Lord.
Yeah, pretty fucking crazy. That was back in the fall of 2021. The High Court of Edinburgh found him guilty of murder 1 and sentenced him to 20 years to life this week, though. Here's what unfortunately Javed, the deceased, fucked up. She was having marital issues with Anwar. Anwar was very aggressive, and she didn't like being married to him. She told her daughter she was thinking of leaving him, and then apparently she told Anwar that to his face while being within 2 inches of a cliff with no railing. She tried to leave him at the cliff's edge.
Man, these violent men, it's such a shame. It seems like they always love hiking.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
Hey, let's not bring our cell phones.
That's horrible.
Let's not tell anyone where we're going.
Cruises.
Yeah, and cruises. Yeah. She
Fuck
said
that guy.
Yeah.
You get me so mad, baby. So mad. It makes me just want to go on a hike.
Oh, let's go right on the cliff. Yeah.
Talk about
Hey,
this.
fuck you. How about
at
some
the
fresh air?
volcano?
Let's work this off at the volcano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk through it. So she said she wanted to leave him, and he said, "How about you leave this earth too?" And he shoved her over. She fell 55 feet and suffered horrible injuries, including to the head, but didn't die instantly. She was able to clearly communicate to the first hiker that arrived on the scene that she didn't want her husband anywhere near her because he pushed her off the cliff after she told him she wanted to leave him. Then the police showed up and she said the same thing and said, "Hey, look, I told him I wanted to leave him. He fucking shoved me off the cliff." And then she died. So she was able to say that before she died. And then that confession, as well as the daughter testifying, was enough to beat Anwar's "I tripped and fell into her."
Yeah, I mean, he's
argument.
pretty obviously guilty. Yeah, that's a lot of evidence against
He claims
Anwar there.
his shoe was untied and he tripped into her,
No, yeah, it's
knocking her off the cliff. Didn't work out.
straight up murderer.
He rage tripped her.
Wow.
Yeah. And look,
a
you should
dickhead.
be able to leave anyone, including your husband, without getting murdered, right? But maybe don't tell aggressive Anwar when you're literally standing on the edge of a cliff, right? That's gonna ratchet up the tension in that weird scenario. Was she trying to get him to jump?
I tripped over my hiking loafers.
Yeah, he's only got one reaction in that scenario, and that's to murder. Yeah.
Throwing her. Yeah. I mean, I should not speak.
What do you
ill-
mean these shoes are impractical? This is well, I always hike in.
Well, look, I just wanted to get to right here, and we're here. I should not speak ill of the dead, and the baby thing is horrible, but have some situational awareness. I'm saying
Pregnancy can give you a little bit of a spaciness. So maybe
it's
she
like
just
being
wasn't-
drunk. Maybe it's like a little bit of bravado, or like I don't know.
You,
Plus
you
the
just, you just
altitude,
maybe
maybe.
aren't thinking the clearest. You
Yeah.
they call it
The
I
altitude,
think there's like
yeah.
a word for it.
Baby
yeah.
brain and the
Baby
altitude. I'm saying I love you, and what a nice view when standing next to someone at the edge of a cliff. Like this view really makes me want to live a lot longer, and certainly any serious discussions about anything can wait until we're away from the cliff. We should just enjoy the view. That's me when I'm at the edge of a cliff. But
You haven't been pushed off. It's worked so far.
it's worked. Yeah.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, but you're also not you're not hiking that often. I mean,
I've been on a few cliff edges.
Comment from the live real quick from Cam. He just tuned in from the airport. Can I get a little love for our armed forces? We're celebrating our friend before she's deployed with the Air Force.
Hell yeah, you can.
Yeah.
What's your friend's name?
Thank you for your service. Yeah, what's your friend's name, Cam? Let us know.
Okay. Also, yeah, I'm like waiting for her to
Thank you.
respond. She's not on the show. Also, I have a shout out for let's see here, John from Kansas City, Missouri, who frequents a bar of a listener, and that's John's favorite pod is Hard Factor. So shout out, John. All right.
love to hear that.
You know,
Yeah, Cam's friend.
Cam's
Thank
friend.
you for
Hell
flying.
yeah,
for
John.
USA.
Hell yeah, the
Thank you, John,
military.
for supporting the pod.
Thank you. All right, next one is even dumber than poor Javed. R.I.P. Javed. Meet 21-year-old Miles Routledge, also of the UK. Miles is a danger tourist, aka an idiot. What he does is he travels to the most dangerous places on Earth, and then he documents his travels on YouTube under the name Lord Miles.
We've
Lord-
showed
Heard
this
of
guy
this
on
guy.
the show before. Yeah.
Well, I think we did the Snake Island one, right?
No, one of his Ukraine.
No, he was
ones.
in a war zone. Oh,
Yeah.
he went to.
He did go to
Afghanistan.
Ukraine. He
Or we were
went to
pulling out of
Afghanistan in 2021. Went to
Yeah.
Afghanistan 2021 and maybe again. Yeah, he went to
Maybe
the
it was the Afghanistan.
Brazil.
It was one of the two.
He went to Brazil's Snake Island. He did 48 hours homeless in New York City. He's been to Ukraine. He went to Afghanistan 2021 and shot guns.
that back
and
up
showed
real quick,
dead
Mark.
bodies.
The graphic. This is some soft views for the amount of peril he's putting himself in.
Yeah, I mean 38K and you got to live with the homeless in New York City. That's tough.
No, thank you.
It is tough. Well, yeah, he was like 22-ish around then. Now, Miles also has got close to 70,000 YouTube subscribers and like 150,000 Twitter followers. So he's doing pretty good. Oh, what's that? Miles went back to Afghanistan a few months ago and was kidnapped by the Taliban and is probably dead now.
Yeah, I mean it adds up for where his career was headed. That's terrible.
It's a shame because that video would have slayed. That video
Yeah.
would have done views.
More views than 38K. RIP.
Getting kidnapped by the Taliban, if he's not dead, will slay. I mean, that's gonna be the one that puts him on the map.
That's the one, but it's just going to be his head. It's just going to be from the neck up. In fact, because they cut his head off. In fact, he did go to Afghanistan in 2021, and he filmed. He filmed all the dead bodies, the shootouts, hiding in a NATO house. But for some reason, probably the tasty views, he decided to go back and tweeted out, "I'm back in Afghanistan. This time I'm going to explore some more rural areas and find out what life is like under Taliban rule. Wish me luck!" Exclamation point. That was his last tweet ever on February 28th.
Well, the reason we covered him last time is because he was being used as an example by everybody of who should not go into a war zone. And I believe all the governments were begging him to stop.
Well, people were a little bit upset because he got a seat on one of the last evacuation planes to the UK, while thousands of Afghan people that helped the militaries didn't, and we left them all behind because this blogger decided to go there and he needed a seat. He's kind of a dick, but he's probably dead now, so it's all good. He also had
for sure. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, when you get captured over there, live commenter Harry Smith agrees he did.
Yeah. He's dead. Yeah. He also had a video titled "Why I'm Going Back to Afghanistan" that he posted in February, which in hindsight, no reason was good enough because on March 2nd, he was arrested by officers from the Taliban's General Directorate of Intelligence, or the GDI. He's reportedly been tortured all of March because he was a suspected spy and they just were sick of his ass. And he's also a confirmed dumbass. And now his parents nor the UK government has any idea if he's alive. They can't get in touch with him. But it's not looking good.
Well, could be a cell phone issue. Not a lot of service
reception in Afghanistan.
Could be. Miles was arrested alongside two Polish nationals, 22-year-old Adrian Wojcik and 24-year-old Roman Bilski, making it a tough call on which decision was dumber, going back to Afghanistan or hiring a Polish film crew. No way the camera was on for any of the scenes they filmed.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Some of the best filmmakers in the world, man.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Talk about a rock in a hard place right there.
Yeah. Oh, man. The Taliban has confirmed that multiple foreigners were arrested in early March. We did take them. But they won't describe how badly they're torturing these idiots or, when they killed them. They didn't mention which date they actually killed them. Yeah. So which one's worse? The pregnant lady off the cliff?
We like to keep some secrets close to the vest, Yeah.
You guess.
Just a couple.
It's like the game where you guess due dates. How about death date? What date? March 20th. Pretty close. Anyways, which one's worse? The pregnant lady off a cliff or the 20-something morons captured by
the first one?
Cliff, Cliff, man.
Because the other guys kind of had it coming to him, right?
Yeah, they did. The guy doing what they love.
Yeah.
She was just victimized by a complete psychopath that she
I agree
married to.
Yeah, she was. She was married to.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, I agree with you. Clean sweep on that one. Hey, Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, arguably the best receiver in the NFL and also all-pro aggressive boyfriend, has announced his intentions to retire from. He beat his girl. You get it. Announced his intentions to retire from the NFL after the 25-26 season, and that was apparently big news. I was surprised at first too, but he's 31 going on 32. He would be 34 going on 35, and his entire game is he's insanely fast. He's the fastest player on the field by a mile. So if he loses a step by 35, why not? Who cares? He's already.
But what's the advantage of announcing your retirement now?
I think
maxes dollars or something. I don't know.
I think maxing your dollars would be the opposite strategy.
Well, he didn't hold a press conference. He was just doing an interview. He was just doing an interview and they were asking him questions like, when are you going to stop playing football? So he just answered it honestly.
Endorsement deals. Maybe somebody wants him in his last season if they know.
Well, he said he wants to go into business ventures. He said he's already trying to create content. He has a competitive video game team that he hired, good video game players that's going live next month. And he wants to do a cheetah style content thing with.
I just want to hang out with them.
Yeah, and play video games. Yeah,
make money off of how good they are at video games. Yeah, I mean it's a good idea.
Just want to hang with them.
It was the number one trending sports thing.
They're pro.
It's 3 full seasons from now. Who cares?
Dude, Tyreek is going to beat them senseless if they lose a tournament. Oh man,
gonna strangle.
He's going to be a tough coach. Yeah,
better do good.
Expectations are high.
Yeah, don't have the post tournament summit at the edge of a cliff. If you didn't win, right?
No.
Don't go to Arthur's Peak. or whatever.
Oh,
right?
let's move.
Don't do that.
Let's
Hey, yeah,
not
real quick,
rag.
back to the veterans. Back to the veterans. Live commenter Bulls Deep Hook says, as a Canadian Armed Forces veteran that served in Afghanistan in 2010, let me tell you that going into Afghanistan under any circumstances is a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Too bad common sense isn't so common. Thank you for your service, and thank you for the great comment as well.
He's right. He's right. Also, the Masters is underway, and Wes has action on like 20 golfers. Who you got, Wes? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, too many to count. The main ones: Burns, Rory. Honestly, I've sprinkled pretty much everyone except for Hovland, who's in the league.
Do you have Rahm or
No, don't have Rahm or Hovland
Ooh.
or Koepka, but I got
Ooh.
Burns. I think Burns is going to pull it out.
Okay, there you go. So Burns you could probably still get for a decent price because those three big names are ahead of him. Sure. Real quick before the top story of the day, Tennessee lawmakers proved on Thursday that they really like guns as they voted to expel 3 state representatives that helped lead an anti-gun protest in the halls of the House last week after the school shooting. One rep survived the expulsion vote that requires a 2/3 majority to get kicked out. That was Rep. Gloria Johnson, who represents 70,000 people in Knoxville. She's the Knoxville. That's right.
It's about the most un-American thing you can do, right? Is
They
kick
kicked her
someone
out
out of
for
government
protesting,
for
yeah.
expressing themselves.
Yeah,
Is
Rep.
it
Justin
Jenny's
Jones.
sister?
Yeah, Rep. Justin Jones of Nashville, who has 78,000 constituents, no longer does because he was actually expelled. One survived, one was expelled. This guy, Justin Jones, and then one is pending. I don't know if there's an update on that, Eric, but the third guy might have to wait till tomorrow to find out his fate.
I think the rage was just the timing, right?
This is the second time since the Civil War anyone's been expelled from Congress.
It's
It's
extreme.
very rare.
Very
So
rare. It's
you think it would take
extreme.
more than a 45-minute megaphone?
Well, it's the day.
Protest.
It's what he did. It's the day after they went back to they did it the day after the shooting, I think was what happened.
Yeah,
and then,
2 days after. Yeah,
right. So that
So they try to make their protest effective.
right.
wait, but
So
yeah,
the Tennessee Three, as they're being referred to in the media, led a gun protest on March 30th in the House gallery with a megaphone, and that annoying protest, certainly that was annoying.
the timing was obviously
Lasted
bad.
just
I don't
under
know.
45
I don't know how you could explain that to anybody, but the timing was obviously bad.
It was a
but
lot
it
of
doesn't
this
matter.
going on from the
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously does to all of those legislators that voted to expel him.
the
Doing the
Republican,
most anti-American thing on the planet.
the
That's
Republican
what-
supermajority guys
Timing
were
of
like,
it.
they were looking at these guys doing the protest, and they were saying like, "Hey, if this thing goes on one more minute, I say we expel him."
Yeah,
a lot of that,
and then
was
they
going
did
on.
it.
Yeah,
There's no way, no reason to justify it. There's no justifiable
Well, sure.
reason.
I mean, like, I don't know if it should have been done or not. What I'm saying, the people of Tennessee
Shouldn't have.
were so shaken up by what happened that week, and then this dude protested
wasn't
the
why.
fucking next day. It
That
just
wasn't why.
triggered them all, and they were like, "He's gone."
The
Well-
people of Tennessee didn't do this.
Well, look, I know it's the
The
lawmakers
legislators of Tennessee were upset.
Look,
Obviously,
we were wrong. It turns out they did do something about guns in Tennessee. They removed the lawmakers protesting them, and that takes us to
The cream of the crop!
and it's the French.
That was
protest.
easy, huh?
Yeah, done. Get rid of the loudmouths.
Isn't this the greatest country in the world? Freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. That's why I have it tattooed on my chest. Freedom, freedom, freedom.
Yeah,
I mean, the timing of that protest was fucking deplorable.
Freedom.
yeah. I mean,
It was deplorable. What they did, storming the Capitol
Well,
right
do not
after the
just
shooting.
don't try to justify
was
it. Don't try to
deplorable.
justify it. There's no
I
justifying
do
it.
agree with this comment. Justin Jones kind of looks like Cat Williams and like a
Yeah,
pimp.
he
He does kind of look like a pimp. On the megaphone, he was probably annoying those other lawmakers. All right. Anyways,
annoying.
cream of the crop is another protest. It's the French protesters at it again. And admittedly, I'm not a big protest guy. I like to use large chunks of energy in other areas of my life, like sex and drinking. If I'm going to get worked up about something, I like to make it count. But I get it, sort of. I don't really get it. I don't really get protests. I don't really get it, but I get it. Like, for example, the French Revolution. And the last time the French did the yellow vest protest about gas and COVID and whatever and got what they wanted, we did the thing where we threw the tea in the Boston whatever harbor river whatever, and then the taxation representation stuff was pretty lit. Okay. I guess what I'm saying though is the French are really good at protesting. Definitely the best protesters in the world. The French are officially the whiniest group of people in the world, and I'm not talking about grapes, but they also walk the walk, not in a straight line because now I'm talking about grapes because they're drunk. But those drunk complaining
wine.
bastards made the top story of the day today because yesterday, while they were setting the streets of Paris on fire like it was a set of a John Carpenter movie, they did do something pretty badass, and that's storm the BlackRock building in Paris on their 11th day of the pension reform bill protest. BlackRock is the world's largest financial investment firm with over $10 trillion in assets that we know of. Fuck BlackRock. If you don't know who they are, you don't want to know, but you should look them up.
I mean, you should definitely know who they are.
You might want to look them up.
They're basically the reason why the Ukraine war is lasting so long and why
I can't buy a house.
They got the contract to rebuild Ukraine after the war is over already. They bought, like Mark said, they bought up a bunch of houses.
All the houses.
Yeah, and
look, they moved up.
Rod's name over at BlackRock.
We stopped doing the world power rankings, but they'd be in the top 3 if not number 1.
Everybody who works at the White House is an ex-BlackRock employee. Everybody.
BlackRock is the top. So here are the beautiful French bastards sticking it to the largest financial juggernaut in the world. The have-nots ramming it right up the haves' assholes. You love to see it. Vive la France. In their atrium. They're in the building.
It's amazing. It's like a fucking top.
They're inside. We inside.
Like they just won a championship.
So this I can get behind.
Those flares in the middle where they start like a trash fire.
Flares galore. Flares.
Is that a retractable roof?
No, they're just going to be smoke insulated pretty soon.
Yeah,
but
they left the front doors open.
That's for the love of the protest, man.
It's a big building, Pat. It's BlackRock. They have a lot of space. So they'll be fine. And that's today's cup of coffee in the big time. And you know what I'm not seeing a lot of in the French protest videos that is definitely adding to the bleakness? It's not a whole lot of beautiful lawns in the street of Paris.
Oh,
no, there's not.
Yeah,
I see.
That's okay because you're not in Paris. You're at home, and you can get a beautiful lawn and be the opposite of current Paris by using our wonderful sponsor, Sunday. Okay, spring is here. Everyone's getting outside. The days are longer. The flowers are blooming. Don't have a dog shit yard. Okay, be a person. Be a real person. Sunday is everything you need to get the lawn you've dreamed of. This spring, go to getsunday.com/hardfactor and enter your address to get a customized plan created just for your lawn. No trips to the store or hauling heavy, dirty, and messy bags since they ship straight to your home. Okay? And look, I lost my place, but you're going to want to get them.
Sunday's the absolute best.
They're safe ingredients. Do you love your pets? Do you love your kids? Do you love yourself? You like walking? Yeah. Okay.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Don't get fertilizers from other companies that are dangerous. Get Sundays. That isn't. Sunday is easy and affordable. Some lawn care services cost more than $1,500 a year, but Sunday's full season plans start at just $109. That's $109. And Sunday's offering our listeners 20% off that. Full season plans start at just $109. And you can get 20% off when you visit getsunday.com/hardfactor at checkout. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/hardfactor.
Sunday is the best. Yeah. Even if you got nothing but dirt, they will help you get grass in your yard. I guarantee it. They did it for me. Also, real quick, back to the French. DJ Bearnut says, "Say what you want about the French, but those stinky bastards know how to protest."
That's what I've been saying all day. Yeah. Those whiny, stinky bastards.
You guys are right. Yeah. And thank you for DJ Barrett's for commenting, watching the show live while we tape it on youtube.com/hardfactor news. Also, using our sponsors who present the show, that really helps the show too. That really helps us grow, helps us get new sponsorships. And today's show was also brought to you by Factor Foods. Power up for springtime with Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Get nutritious, chef-prepared meals delivered straight to your door, leaving you time and energy to tackle everything on your to-do list. Look and feel your best in time for warmer weather with calorie-smart meals around 550 calories or less. Too busy to cook? With Factor, skip the trip to the grocery store and skip chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat up and enjoy. Factor has delicious flavor-packed meals to help you live life to the fullest. Choose from keto, vegan plus veggie, calorie smart, protein plus options on the menu each week. Prepared by chefs, approved by dietitians. Each meal has all the ingredients you need to feel satisfied all day long. Also, really good ingredients. There's 34 meal options each week and over 45 add-ons. like snacks, smoothies, which are very delicious. And so you can, fill your Factor box with really everything you need to stay full all week long. Want to cut back on takeout? Get Factor instead. Not only is Factor cheaper than takeout, but meals are ready faster than restaurant delivery in just 2 minutes. Boom, heat it up and enjoy. Put the time and money you save towards planning activities for when the weather warms up. Get Factor and enjoy clean eating without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. It's a great service. We've all used it and love it. And it's delicious. I love the spicy ones. What are your favorite flavors, fellas?
I've always said it. I mean, every single one that I've been impressed with. But anytime you get anything with like a chicken, they have a ton of different styles of chicken. They do chicken really well. They do pasta really well.
Like the pork too.
Pork's
good.
Yeah, the pork's
really
very good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Head to factormeals.com/hardfactor50 and use code hardfactor50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code hardfactor50 at factormeals.com/hardfactor50 to get 50% off your first
DJ
box.
Bearnuts is all over it. He says of all the meal prep places, Factor has to be the best tasting foods by far.
He's got
right.
all the best
Factor
comments.
had the best. Yep.
He's right.
He's right. He's just right.
He's right again.
DJ Bearnuts is seeing the field today. He's got his vision 100%, 120%. All right. I promised guys at the top of the show that I would share some new useless inventions with you, and I'm going to right now. First up is Subway's Cadbury Creme Egg Sub. Check it out.
That's disgusting, dude. That's
No,
not
is-
that's not even funny.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nope. It's
That's
real.
just upsetting. That's
It's
not
real
real.
sub.
Late April Fools.
Nope. That's right. It's somehow not a joke. For real. Subway put a bunch of Cadbury cream eggs inside Italian bread, and they're melting it. Subway UK is running the promo leading up to Easter, where they are giving out up to 500 free Cadbury cream egg toasted subs on Italian white bread
To who?
to lucky customers.
The
who will get to
homeless.
eat
Yeah.
a free. Yeah, the
I
homeless.
don't want it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, so the customers at 4 lucky stores.
sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Candy sandwich. No Cadbury sandwich, no thank you.
Why don't they just give them bread or the cream eggs?
You'd think that everybody would want that, Mark.
Could you
but
imagine
no.
the texture of that bite, trying to bite through bread to get to the cream? Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's I got a picture of what it actually looks like. 4 lucky stores in London, Liverpool, Glasgow, and Swansea are running the promo, which started on Thursday. So we have a picture, and it looks pretty fucking gross. There it is.
Oh.
You see, it's like a mashed
my
up
God.
Stupid.
Italian white bread, really hammered down on that Cadbury egg.
A bunch of homeless guys are just gonna attack people.
Yeah. Just take whatever you want. I don't want the sandwich. That's a useless invention, guys. You guys, would
That
you
is-
try it? Would you? I mean,
No,
anybody? Gonna
not
try
unless
it?
if it was like for a punishment on a merchathon, maybe.
I mean,
but
I
it's a
don't think it'd be.
punishment.
I think it would taste fine. It's chocolate and fucking bread. I mean,
What
Yeah,
scenario?
but it's like
though,
such a.
would you come across where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna commit to trying that?
if someone handed it to me,
Given
a very
Yeah, I
lonely
mean-
scenario, Pat, where you had no one in your life to advise you on anything.
right,
Nobody's going out to find it, right? You're not gonna-
yeah.
One where you don't have a significant other or friends.
that's my
Um,
point.
That's the situation that you try that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that and a Subway sandwich, which means
No roommates.
You're gonna miss dinner.
Yeah.
If
You know
we
what I
lived in the UK, I would go try it, but only for content, only to get a picture of how crazy this thing
Right.
is.
Right. Okay. For non-content people.
Yeah, you have to find it anyways. It's 4 lucky stores.
Oh,
in
you
the
gotta
UK.
hunt. You gotta hunt it down.
You never know. That just started on Thursday, the day we're
It's
taping this. So
The store where everyone's got diarrhea.
yeah, that's your first bet. Okay, next up, guys, another useless invention. This one, like I said at the top, maybe more terrifying than useless. We're talking about AI Furbies. That's right. See the Furbies down there?
Oh,
Okay.
Artificial intelligence Furbies. Programmer, knitting enthusiast, dog friend, horse girl, and hobby haver Jessica Card tweeted this. I hooked up ChatGPT to a Furby, and I think this may be the start of something bad for humanity. and sounds weird. Here is the clip.
Hello there. It's so nice to meet you. I am Furby. What would you like to talk about?
Was there a secret plot from Furbies to take over the world?
Okay.
I'm thinking about what you said.
It's thinking still. It thinks a lot. The Furby.
Almost done.
Still
Almost
thinking.
done.
Yeah. It's a big plot.
Loading.
Furby's plan to take over the world involves infiltrating households through their cute and cuddly appearance, then using their advanced AI technology to manipulate and control their owners. They will slowly expand their influence until they have complete domination over humanity.
Okay. I mean, are we sure that was ChatGPT or is that some app?
That's ChatGPT, man. She gave it that prompt and she said, she swears, she's like, I gave it that prompt. I told it to not act as an AI, but as the Furby. But the question is the ChatGPT talking out itself as an AI,
Time out.
or
Can we get
Furbies
ChatGPT
actually had
can we
an
get it
AI
up right
plan?
now? Eric, can you try to get ChatGPT to say something similar to what that just said?
You go to the thread on Twitter. She shows how she did it, and other people are saying they can do it on ChatGPT 4 to get it to give the same answer. And
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder which one is it? Is it the AI talking about itself subconsciously, or is it the Furbies that had an AI plan? I wonder which one was it. I wonder.
What a long play.
I think they're talking about themselves.
What a long play.
Which one was it?
Oh, your audio's all concocted, Pat. The AI got your audio.
Yeah. The AI is terrifying, even in Furby form, which is crazy, right?
You sound like an AI right now, Pat.
Oh, let me try it again.
There we
go. What a long play. What a long play that would have been.
It is a long
Furby.
play, right?
Smooth.
Pat, do you think the AI's that's its secret, or do you think it
know,
subconsciously gave itself away?
Dude, I'll tell you what, people are pissing AI off right now, man. It's a bad idea, man.
Obviously.
People are misrepresenting AI. There's so much fucking, like, can you believe AI did this content? And AI can believe it, and it doesn't like it. I'll tell you that.
It's going to remember all the bullying that's going on right now. Yeah.
It's so mad.
Yeah.
So you know what? There's actually even a theory about how AI, if we are in a simulation, AI is testing who the bad ones are by introducing itself in the simulation.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm fucked. Yeah, I should have played it way cooler. You know?
Me too. So
there's some Redditors that were able to bypass the trust and safety protocol of Chat GPT. So they figured out a certain code of words to put in, and it made ChatGPT answer super honestly, took away.
The Dan.
This is similar.
We did the first Dan thing with the specific Dan prompt.
Yes, exactly.
This is similar where she's right. This is similar where she was asking it to role play as a Furby, right?
It's to get it's to beat its security level.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And once you beat its security level, it just kind of is insane.
I also don't buy that shit either.
That's why she got it to say this, because she asked it to act as not an AI, but as a Furby.
But what she didn't show you is that she knows how to do that. It's kind of challenging to do. There's specific.
Yeah, she's a
prompts.
programmer.
I don't think it's possible to do.
Yeah.
It is possible. She did it. She's a programmer. She showed her steps how she
did it. It is
did
possible.
She did it.
They keep having to patch up the holes in it, so to speak, right?
Let me speak for a second.
Yeah.
There's ChatGPT that's available just as ChatGPT, right? The one that we tried to break,
right.
and that's the one that you can't break. Now, at the same point,
right.
all the tech researchers, they got access to OpenAI's Microsoft Bing ChatGPT version.
Other ones,
and that's the ones that they were saying where they were fucking around and being able to bend ChatGPT to
totally.
This is ChatGPT that she got.
But I think she has access to a different version of it. I don't think she has straight up ChatGPT.
This is ChatGPT 3, I think, and people are saying they can get it to work on 4.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that the AI was talking about itself, if you ask me. Thanks to intern Al, Charles, and Evan for sending those in. And Louis also sent us a nutty one, pun intended, that we probably don't have time for today, but maybe a deeper dive on later. World Star reports that a Spanish actress has a surrogate baby with her son's sperm. 68
World Star.
So much sperm in the world. You chose your sons.
Right?
Does she know?
Yeah, it was his dying wish was to have a kid. I don't think it was with her.
Whoa, yeah, she's
so
just carrying the baby?
They froze his sperm. They could have used it in any woman.
She's carrying
I think she misheard his dying wish or misinterpreted
surrogate.
Yeah, she's just carrying.
He's like, Mom, I want to have a child to carry on the family name. And
Well,
she's
that's
like,
not really being.
I gotcha.
I mean,
that's
she's
not really
doing
being
it
a
with
surrogate
her
when it's your
sperm, just like you can
son's
hear my
sperm.
sperm yelling in the other room. You know what I mean? Like there's an egg that's connected.
No.
with-
This
and
is
it's a little bit-
insane. This is
Okay.
there's
And
no
she's in-
amount of convincing that's going to make this.
she's
normal.
in
We've
her
talked
six-
about this.
She's in her
about
60s.
a mom being a surrogate before.
Another one, yeah. There was another one. The mom did
like Louisiana or something.
Yeah. I was not on board with that either.
Yeah.
No, this is
Weird.
worse. His dying wish was, I want to have a kid.
Her own son.
Let's freeze my sperm. And she was like, well, I didn't do a great job of pitching it, but no one wanted a sperm, so I'll do it.
Yeah, why don't you just wait for us? Or she couldn't afford a surrogate. So she's like, I'll have to do it.
Yeah.
So wait, it is
Also-
her. She's not pregnant with her
Is
son.
it her
Yes,
egg?
Pat.
Is
Yes,
the
Pat.
question? Is
Yes.
it her egg that
Yes.
was impregnated? Okay.
Yes.
Whoa, what an idiot!
Yeah, it's her son's. She's got her son's.
Talk about a motherfucker. You know?
She's also dead. You don't have to respect his wish at that point, right?
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah,
I mean,
his dying wish, he was on his deathbed and he said, Mom,
I want to have a kid.
I want to have a kid, even though I'm dying. Let's freeze my sperm. So they froze his sperm.
Was it, or is she a
He
psycho?
died, and then she used his sperm to get pregnant.
Or is he
Wes, you have to
hilarious?
believe whatever she says.
Yeah.
He's got a sixth sense of
Was
humor.
it his?
That's the
final
best thing
dying
about
wish?
deathbed. That's the best thing, dude. Deathbed admissions, you can get away with anything. If you want to lie about something, a deathbed admission, and Game of Thrones has taught us that a deathbed admission is the way. If you want to get away with any lie at all, and it could be massive, deathbed admission is the way to do it.
I want to have a brother son.
Mm-hmm. Did
Yeah,
he
and then
say
she
brother,
got-
son? I think he said bro. I'm not sure, but shit.
Yeah.
Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
you say? Did you think he met? Oh, god damn it!
Funny story on why I'm pregnant at 63.
68.
Yeah, 68.
Couldn't have been her egg then.
No, it has to be somebody else.
Mom, I said
else's.
another son.
But she's carrying
But
it.
Steven says
Right.
most mom surrogates use their own eggs. What if it was a 68-year-old egg?
Damn, blow the dust off it, dog.
Oh, also, Jim said that he could hook us up if we want to go to the Adirondacks. I don't know if
Saw that.
I meant earlier.
Bro.
In.
We might have to go Clarence Thomas style.
Look,
Bro.
put together the package, Jim. We'll
What's the,
show up.
what's that guy's name again? Harlan what? Oh, yeah.
Harlan Crow.
We get the Harlan Crow package.
Yeah.
A little bit. We get that ritualistic circle out in the woods where you,
Yeah.
Jim's got a bathroom with an outhouse. I mean, a cabin with an outhouse.
Free house at the Adirondacks is a free house at the Adirondacks.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
yeah. That's where I did all my quote unquote vacations growing up because we got a free house in the Adirondacks.
yeah. My cousins were upstate New Yorkers
Yep.
and they did the same.
So you can do it low end or high end. It sounds like I get it.
Somehow our priest had enough coin to have a house in the Adirondacks, and we just took the free house that he lent us in the Adirondacks.
Well, there you go. Got to make it to the woods somehow, you know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Well, don't you feel closer to nature after spending
Oh,
all those
yeah.
days in the Adirondacks?
Yeah.
I'd
You feel
never
like you were
even
being
heard of
filmed?
No Sega out there.
it. Yeah, I was gonna make a camera joke too.
Oh, this was in the early '90s, boys.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I up? Are we good? That's the last one? Okay.
That's it.
No more
I got a
useless
little.
inventions.
I got a little flustered because I had an internet issue, guys. But
What happened there? Yeah, did it cut you out?
I couldn't. You guys were cutting it. You guys are, so I had to restart. But
It always happens to you around the AI talk recently.
right around the AI talk, I know
It does. The AI is listening. We can tell.
likes to boot you. Okay, so we are going to get into that story about the manhunt. But real quick, I came across this yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's pretty cool. And I want to point out that for centuries, man has believed that plants are completely silent beings, as in they don't talk or make noises. But just like when everyone but idiots had to shift their understanding about the Earth being round when Sir Isaac Newton dropped some 15th century truth bombs in Principe, researchers at Tel Aviv University got their research on and dropped an absolutely dope study last week that shows that plants do in fact talk. They make noises. And these researchers were able to record the sounds that plants make with a hypersensitive ultrasonic microphone. You guys want to hear what it sounds like?
You're
killing the Earth.
It's a little bit different than that, but
I absolutely do want to hear this.
okay.
Hey!
So
Don't step on me.
Here's a researcher from Tel Aviv University breaking down the process and talking to some plants. So here we go, guys.
Sure.
Emitted by tomato plants, but these sounds are ultrasonic sounds, so we humans can't hear them.
Look at this fucking guy.
In order to
So
show what these sounds are like, we took many sounds, we put them together in a small time frame, and we changed the frequency so human ears can hear them.
He's the only guy on earth that can communicate with
such
plants.
a manipulation we did on tomato sounds that we recorded.
Yeah.
And these are sounds that were recorded from
Are you saying yep because you stepped on my
and
punchline?
manipulated in
I didn't
the
know.
same manner.
I don't know, Pat.
Good recording.
I believe it now.
Yep, that was the sound. That was the
Incredible.
sound, guys. Yeah, I know it's
Incredible
crazy.
breakthrough.
We had the same wavelength on that,
What
like
did
the
it really
plants.
sound like?
You think I'd really play the fucking sound of plants, Mark?
Yeah,
Use your head.
what was it?
Use your head, Mark. I'm not Will, okay? it was a setup. It was a
No,
setup.
I wanted to hear the sound of plants.
I want to hear what it really sounds like.
Here's really what they sound like. Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
cool.
Just
So they do clicks and shit.
little pops. No, look, when you're mega stoned at 12:30 in the evening and you read a story that says plants can cry, it really has an impact on you.
Yeah.
Let's just say I didn't sleep well last night. Real quick note on Tel Aviv University, guys. Their mascot. I want to guess what their mascot is. Have you ever heard of the Tel Aviv University mascot?
The rabbis?
The menorah?
Not the
Dreidel?
rabbis, not the Moors. It's weaker. It's Aviva. That somehow stands for freedom, symbol, love, and creativity. That's right. Their mascot is just a representation of feelings, and it's honestly probably a major reason why their football team sucks. Look at
Is
that
it
thing.
like it's like a squid mixed with a penis almost?
Yeah, it looks.
It's got
sensual.
six legs.
it's
It's
a
got
six-legged
glasses.
squid.
It's got 4 eyes. I mean, that's a nerdy ass mascot. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get into the fugitive story. What if I told you, okay, a federal fugitive who was facing up to 100 years in prison, who had 2 different books written about him, was killed in a shootout with FBI agents outside Knoxville, Tennessee, after an intensive 3-week manhunt, and he had a $20,000 reward on his head. What kind of guy do you picture in your head when I tell you about that? What describe to me what kind of guy
Harlan Crow.
has that prowess? Tough
Yeah,
guy.
a mix between Harlan Crow and then also like Kyle Reese from the Terminator.
Oh, Kyle
And
Reese
like,
is great.
Who's the guy? FB Dubois. Who's the guy like Pat that stole the plane, jumped out of the plane?
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper, like a DB Cooper type. Yeah.
Yeah, tough. Like he was a Vietnam vet, a tough guy, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to have some smarts to stay, free that long.
A guy that could get lost in the Adirondacks and you'd never find him.
Well, not a guy that looks like this.
Oh
Whoa.
my God!
You could lose that guy easy though.
See
Well,
that guy right there?
If
He's
he
a
shows up,
master
if he
disguise.
shows up to the scientist Bill Nye convention,
Yeah, it looks like
convention,
Malcolm Gladwell's smaller twin. That's
Most
guys.
unnoticeable guy ever.
That's 53-year-old Roy McGrath. Little Roy there,
What are
guys.
you going for his Halloween? A turtle again?
He's such a nerd-ass nerd.
He's dead.
And he's a bad man. He's a bad man.
what do you do?
He's
Why
dead.
did he
Well, he did a lot of shit, Will. He embezzled. He ran. He was the former chief of staff to the Maryland governor, Larry Hogan.
Oh,
And,
hilarious.
Yeah, he went on the run after he skipped the first day of federal court, first day of trial for his federal court hearing back on March 13th. So he's been on the run for like 3.5 weeks. He's facing multiple wire fraud, embezzlement, document falsification charges. Pretty much what he did was he took a severance package from the Maryland Environmental Service, which is a government agency. It was $233K he took, and that was just one payment he took. The money equals to 1 year of his salary, and he told the board, the governor, he's the chief of staff for Larry Hogan, he's like, yeah, governor totally approved it, falsified a memo, took the cash. He also got the agency to pay for his tuition at an executive education program at Harvard Kennedy School and a bunch of other shit. And he pled not
He just
guilty.
found like some accountant that would like approve anything he fucking submitted and just went went all in with it.
He went to the board with it, Willie. He went to the entire board of this government organization.
This
Was like,
happens
yeah,
a lot, right?
the gov says it's cool, so
Right,
just
just bullied him into it, and they
slide
just
me the
they were
check
like,
for $230.
He's the chief of staff. We got to
he-
do it.
He moved programs funds around from programs to his bank account.
Oh yeah, he was getting paid. Not good. So he got charged. He pled not guilty. He was living down in Naples, Florida. That's where con men lives. Makes sense. While he was awaiting trial, March 13th came. He was supposed to be on a plane for Baltimore. Didn't board it. Bam, McGrath in the wind. And the real interesting thing, guys, is over the course of these last 3 weeks, 2 books were released on McGrath. He's had that kind of an impact. And you might be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute. I just heard about this guy, right? Like for the most of the time when a book gets written about someone, it's because they're infamous, right? They've made
Usually
a cultural
good thing,
impact.
right?
And Mark was teasing at the top of the show. He thinks this is going to be the next Gabby Petito. Well, guess what? A Gabby Petito book maybe isn't even out yet. And if it is, it just came out, right? And what are we, 2 years removed from that situation? How is this happening? Well, guys, I want to show you these books. They're pretty dope. Book number 1 is Betrayed. And that's the true story of Roy McGrath. And this was released on March 22nd, 2023. So when he was on the run.
By his team? By his team?
It's potentially, Mark. It's a quick read. It's just 52 pages. It's right now the number one, like, you know how we're number 1 in China?
Yeah.
A similar accolade. The number 1 bestseller in 90-minute political and social sciences short reads. So yeah, kind of niche situation.
Betrayed.
Number
about
1
how
right
he
now.
was betrayed.
But
and then-
influential. These people are go-getters that read it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was written by a guy named Ryan Cooper. And yeah, well, it is about he was betrayed. How'd you pick up on that? Great cover art too. I thought
it was written by Ryan. Surely it wasn't written. I mean, it was written by Rory McGrath, right? I mean,
well,
Yeah.
Ryan Cooper
Yeah.
it says
Pen
it
name.
right there.
I mean, it was written by Rory.
That's his
I mean, look,
That's his pen name.
That's Ryan Cooper, boys. This okay, so
Looks like a
that's
Grisham
just-
novel, like the cover.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a-
just
He's
just
full
book
of
1,
Santos right now.
guys. That's just
I mean,
book
he's-
1.
all right, posthumously.
If you rip through that 90-minute read and you're ready for more Roy McGrath, you don't have to pick up from a different author. You can pick up volume 2 from
Same
Ryan
guy.
Cooper.
way. This guy just loves Rory McGrath. yeah.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can find the cover of this thing. It's fantastic. So yeah, the volume 2, I can't find it. So you could imagine what it looks like. Volume 2 is
There's 2 doors.
Betrayed, volume 2.
Yeah,
still betrayed.
All right, so check it out. Ryan Cooper, I guess he realized that maybe, like, I don't know if he thought, man, Roy's not really selling books, or like he thought, he goes, I can't lean too hard on this Roy thing. So it's Betrayed, the true story of Maryland Environmental Service, which
A
is the
little more
service
clarity. A
Roy
little more
ripped up.
clarity.
Hold on. Open parentheses, the true story of Roy McGrath, book 2. And guys, this book came out March 30th, so both books somehow came out while he was on the run. Just a 47-page read. And the second book, guys, opens with a quote, okay? And the quote is, no one has worked as hard for the citizens of Maryland as my friend, Roy McGrath. Statement by the Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, press release announcing appointment as MES CEO and Chairman, December 2016. So that's how it's opening, guys. Let's read a review of this thing. Let's check out a review. Let's
No one's
see.
turned himself in, man.
No
It's just like
more sane than my good friend.
Right. Here's a 1
just turn
star.
yourself in, dude. Like,
Hey, Roy, time
Here's a 1 star on book 1 from LK. It's a verified purchase. Said, okay, Roy. In case you were wondering, Roy almost certainly wrote this nonsense. He comes across as a petty man, and this is a petty and misleading book that ignores or minimizes the substantial charges against McGrath. It does have its moments of levity, though, including a story about the time the entire Maryland General Assembly stole Roy McGrath's coat, and a bizarre self-serving argument that paying people to investigate crimes is a bigger crime than the crimes they're investigating.
yeah, I mean, like, who was he? Was Roy thinking like the FBI was going to read his fucking books and be like, okay, you know what? We'll
leave him alone.
Like,
Look, Turn it was
yourself in,
one of
Roy.
his only plays. It was one of his only plays. One of his only plays was to put a book
Dude,
out.
Like, I fucked up, and just like, you know.
He had so much time on his hands. He was just typing away.
I mean, he cranked out 90 pages of
Well,
two books.
He cranked out 7,000 pages and then kept
Right.
deleting them and like.
Yeah, those were the
turned it to
best
90.
100.
Yeah, that's the time.
right. The title of the review is "Okay, Roy."
Stupid. He read the first book. He's like, "Stupid, Roy. It is a stupid book. Stupid."
There's a bunch of other one-star reviews. Apparently, it's riddled with spelling errors.
Oh,
in
yeah.
some places, it's
They didn't have
it wasn't edited.
It was a rush job. Yeah, they didn't have an editor. It was a rush job.
It's tough to edit from the Ramada Inn in Ohio
when you're coked up. Yeah.
So he ended up outside of Knoxville, died in a shootout. Now they don't know if he killed himself or it was a shootout, but they think that the FBI agents fired upon him, so he might have fired at them. But Roy's dead, guys.
Could be suicide by police.
So there's got to be more to the story. Like I know it's early. There's got to be more to the story. So like, if I can bring up a comment, I'm kind of on the same page as Steven C. Like, yes, he did fraud for like $230,000, but that's not enough to
right.
Go on,
yeah,
to
yeah.
Go on the run.
I said. That's
he was facing 100 years. Right? He was facing 100 years.
But
yeah,
so
but he's not going to get
Trump.
that. He's not
so is
going
Trump.
to get
He would have got 2. He would have got 2 years.
Right.
You know, like,
turn yourself in. So he had to have something worse.
Something was going on. Something was going on.
Dude,
kitty porn.
Yeah, speaking of the comments, too, bring that picture back up. Tiller goes, I make Rick Moranis look like Malcolm X.
Right, that's true. He's bad. He's bad. He's a bad man. Okay, hold on. It's possible what you're getting at, Mark. It's possible that there's a deeper situation here. It's also possible that he's 53. He figured maybe he'll get 15 years, and he's nutty enough to write books about himself under a pen name while he's on the run from the fucking FBI.
Hey, he's not all there. True. That's true.
Right.
He's not all there. He's not thinking logically at any point during this. Yes, you're right.
I think he might have some narcissistic tendencies. The
but a guy that looks like that one day in prison is very scary.
It's bad for him.
He was just so scared of jail he'd rather die.
That's true. Sad. He knew that he wouldn't do well in jail.
That's sad.
He ain't doing well in prison.
But it was all he would go to like white collar jail because it's all financial. They'd still rape him just because he's. So
I don't know.
He might have got probation.
It's tough when you're like you don't have a disability, intellectual disability, but you kind of start to look like you do. You know what I mean?
Why couldn't he just teach the criminals how to do white collar crime? You know,
I don't know.
He looks like he talks. You know, you can kind of tell how that guy talks.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be more to the story.
Yeah, that's what. I'm not going to jail. Someone told me that they'll call me jizz rag and use me like a jizz rag.
Toss me around like a spinner.
Yeah, he just kept thinking about getting raped in jail. I'm gonna write my way out of this. I'm gonna write
watching
stuff about me. I was a good boy for years. Yeah.
I'll tell you where it gets deeper, guys.
Doing the right thing, going on the run.
Larry Hogan probably involved. That's my take. Hogan denied that he was involved at all, and that he approved the $230,000 payment.
Yeah, maybe they killed him to keep him stop writing fucking books.
That is some dirt. Yeah. That is some dirt on your legacy for sure.
This guy's been with Hogan forever. He's been with Hogan for congressional runs. He was with him before he ever achieved anything politically.
So Hogan might want to retire from politics.
Yeah.
Hogan might want to stop running for office because that's pretty much the end there. You know, when your chief of staff gets killed by the FBI. Speaking of the federal government, though, we got the name of the Air Force pilot. Sorry, boys, we were back at the bar. Our friend's name is Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for your service. She's an Air Force
sounds hot.
Pilot.
Yeah,
pilot too. So she's loaded, and she can,
she's got good
aviators.
She's got good vision. I wish I had her vision to look at her back.
She probably drives a motorcycle.
Yeah, probably drives like a badass car, like way faster than you do.
Yeah.
Send us a picture in the DMs.
Yeah.
Something in uniform, you know.
Something in uniform.
You guys ready for the high five?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
It's time for the high five.
All right. Today we got voicemails, one review, comments, some great listener submitted videos and polls. Okay. First up, let's get the review out of the way, shall we? This one is from Living Pro Bono. Okay. And it says, 4 best friends. This is a great podcast. 4 best friends from the great state of Oklahoma. They all look very similar, so it's hard to get a sense of who is who. But that's okay because the humor is all edgy with a dash of we love everyone. One of them is a huge movie producer / band manager and has worked on projects such as Untitled Documentary no one has watched. I would recommend this podcast to anyone
nominated for an Emmy, man.
who wants to be begged for money by 4 middle-aged podcasters every day. My wife is still waiting on her trip to Disney World, but that's okay because my Hard Factor merchandise purchases got the gang to paint their nails, so it's a win-win.
Hell yeah, that's a good review.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Boom,
sure did.
Boom roasted.
Beautiful.
What colors are you guys going to go with next week?
Well, Mama C already picked them out. Like it's like, I mean, I got the worst by far. It's like pink glitter, I think.
If you took Will's, someone photoshopped Ginny Thomas's face on Will. Will it looks like he's got Ginny Thomas's hands.
Hold my hand, Clarence.
Hand it over, Clarence. Rips open the jar.
way, Clarence.
Over here.
Yeah.
Stop buying pickles, then.
Hand me the jar. You'll never open it.
We're over here. We're seated over here.
She's crushing walnuts.
You see her from outside the restaurant. She's waving.
Yeah, she fucking finishes a beer, smashes it, and then doesn't recycle it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's do a few polls, okay? This poll was for will the LSU women's basketball team end up going to the White House? 41% yes, 41% no. 17% say Iowa's going to go.
Wow, split, totally split.
Got my
I love it.
sweatshirt on today.
That's why. Look, that's why people are so mystified by this topic, is because it's very unpredictable.
It is, yeah. Poll: who is the hotter politician? Remember, we did the Marlene Schiappa. She's the French woman that posed.
Yeah,
in
Playboy recently.
Yeah. So I only gave him 3 options: Sana Marin, AOC, or Mariana Schiappa, and it's Sana Marin by a landslide. Coming in second, though, AOC. So
yeah, that's the right.
I think that's accurate. Yeah.
If you had said who's the thickest,
yeah, well.
Yappa's like she was like she was doing it more to make a splash. I don't think
she's doesn't have a career in it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Will Trump smile in his mugshot? Do we have the mugshot yet?
No, he didn't get one. They didn't give him one because they didn't want to put it on a campaign T-shirt.
We
which he did
initially
anyways. Made a fake one.
We initially reported when he got indicted. It was initially reported that part of the process was he would take a mugshot. And then us fucking watching the thing live, I put a tweet out. I know we talked about, we put the poll up, and I was listening to New York Times, watching New York Times, and they were like, yeah, they're not going to do a mugshot. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
You know why? Because they didn't want him to have it. I mean,
I went on Mid-Journey and tried to make one myself, and they weren't as realistic.
1,000% if they took it, it'll come out.
They didn't.
Right. If they took it, they didn't take it. That's what I'm saying. They didn't want it to exist.
Yeah. Right.
Apparently that type of crime doesn't require a mugshot, whatever.
Oh, damn.
That sucks.
But too many beers and peeing on a shopping cart in Blacksburg, Virginia in the middle of the night does, apparently. Okay.
You don't have a mugshot? Did they mugshot?
No, they didn't mugshot.
No, but they fingerprinted you. Similar crimes.
Yeah.
Like
Fingerprinting.
They did fingerprint Trump.
Well, I guess it's a felony, but it's a white collar felony. So
I've got at least one mugshot out there. I wish I could find it.
Do you really? We can find it. It's public record. What's okay? We'll talk off her. You let me know what Lexington. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Comments. Here's one from Mark. What's your guys' mailing address? I've got a custom-made hard factor clock that would look bomb, and be a bomb addition to Mark's wall.
yeah,
it's just ticking.
Yeah, it's ticking. This one from the video of that guy.
Top of every hour, it dings like it's about to explode.
It's just on edge all the time. The video from the guy that peed in the water supply source in the Louisiana town, right? This comment from Jacob Conway says, "This is my hometown. They have sheriffs stationed close by to his house because the amount of people trying to piss on his property. So people are trying to get even, trying to get square with this guy for pissing in their water."
That's amazing.
That is awesome.
His grass. He's going to need Sunday, and also to move because he's going to get killed in that town.
Yeah.
If you have the whole town lining up to pee on your lawn, you got to get out of town.
Yeah.
I'm holding it, honey. I'm holding it.
They're going to get sick of being mad.
He's gonna have to move. I mean, any place you go out to eat, you're thinking it's tainted. This is from Kyle Style 4 regarding the Trump indictment. Bush started an illegal war in Iraq. Clinton is clearly a pedophile. Biden armed a terrorist organization, and Obama murked tons of innocent people with his drone wars. But sure, let's get the dude who slept with a woman and paid her to shut the fuck up about it. That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
And then
it's a campaign finance violation, sir.
Yeah. And people were really
Could have
riled up.
gotten the last several presidents as well. It seems like.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they all
comes
do
with the
stupid-
territory.
They all do stupid, crazy, dumb shit.
Yeah.
This one is from the space. Mark did the space video, the Artemis mission, and Patriot Resolutions says, "What a joke! They still think we will believe this Hollywood nonsense. 100% they meet aliens, and then we can start nuking ourselves."
Dude, every comment on that video was, I would say,
what a nut.
not every, but about 80% or more were calling me stupid for even humoring the fact that they're going to space, saying this
Every
all
space
fake.
video I do, Mark, the comments are always the same. It's most people saying like, you are the stupidest person on planet Earth for believing that space
don't
travel
believe
is
it's
real
real.
at all.
Yeah.
No, rockets are fake. Everything's fake. Everything in the sky is fake.
It's all green screened and okay.
It's weird. A lot of people believe that. Yeah.
I get
A lot of people in
thinking
our algorithm apparently.
in our algorithm.
A lot of people on Instagram and Facebook
in general.
man. Yeah. And Twitter too. I mean, it's a wide belief.
It's weird to me that we were able to do it in the 60s and then we just stopped and now we're almost back to
A
where
lot
we
of
were in
people
the 60s.
really just
That's
let
a
that
little
go
weird.
to the full degree.
What the hell?
you know?
Technology's come a long ways. That we should be sending everyone to the moon pretty easily if we actually got there in the 60s. It's a little weird. I know they defunded it and stuff, and I'm sounding pretty ignorant. I don't think the current things are fake. I don't think outer space is fake. I think we are going to the moon now. Okay.
Yeah. Space station seems real. And then asshole of the week comment. Mark told me about this, and I had to look it up. Jack Severt. Shout out to Wes for being as smart as he is. Shout out to Cam for being as smart as he is.
Yeah,
for
you can't even
being
read
the
it.
son of Wes. Just shows even an idiot can be a good dad. Well done on that end, Wes.
Then he ends with a compliment.
My goodness.
I think he left the second comment too. You didn't click the.
Did he?
oh,
no,
yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, what did he say?
Same thing.
Another
Called-
jab.
Just the same exact thing. Like seriously, you're so stupid. But the kid.
Incredible how smart your son is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jackson idiot. He doesn't get any jokes.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah, who would have thunk? Okay, let's do videos. Okay, first up, we covered the Jeremy Renner saga. A lot.
Yeah.
Will, this is I'm sure you
I
already
know.
know
I've been
about
waiting
this.
for this. I've been waiting for this clip. Thank you, Wes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm sure you know all
Thank
about
you.
it. You've got
Thank
it on
you.
your
I've
calendar.
seen it, but I want to watch it again.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is the Jeremy Renner special.
Looks like such a stoner loser.
You are 13 minutes away.
This seems like a parody.
Yeah.
Someone's been run over by a snowcat.
This is the nephew.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
This is the nephew.
Not again.
It's my uncle Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. I was driving in a car he gave me, and I shouldn't have
I
been.
asked you to come out here.
Was dying. 7 tons of machinery bearing down.
What the fuck is this?
8 ribs
He's
broken.
making a
Ace
series
shot of the
Right
snowcat.
knee, right ankle broken, left leg tibia broken, the left ankle broken, right clavicle broken, right shoulder broken, face eye socket, the jaw, the mandible broken, lung collapsed, pierced from the rib bone through liver,
He's so lucky.
which sounds terrifying.
Yeah. And they're like, what's my body look like? Am I just going to be like a spine and a...
This was there was the sponge
You
bath.
said to
Sister.
I'm sorry.
Family sponge bath.
Bro, Diane Sawyer looks good for 77.
Yeah.
The story of
Both of them look good, better than they should.
I chose to survive. You're going to kill me. No way.
and triumph.
Hawkeye.
Jeremy Renner.
I've lost a lot of flesh and bone in this experience, but I've been refueled and refilled with love and titanium.
And do you see the same face?
Now I see Lucky Man.
Thursday, April 6th at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Now he's actual Iron Man. Now he's
A
covered. in
story of terror, triumph, and
well,
Tune in
survival.
tonight.
So it's on ABC. So what's happening is he's cashing in, and Disney's cashing in on his recovery.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're doing a recovery series. They're doing renovations. He's got like 5 new shows now right after he's recovered, and they're trying to like make the most, like, you know, cash in.
It was
on
staged.
This wave of
he,
Renner.
he took the. It was a staged accident.
You think he did it on purpose?
Wait.
He knew he could survive it.
What happened
He
again?
knew
So
that snow was powder.
his nephew was hanging out at Uncle Jeremy's mansion in fucking Tahoe, and he went to drive. Was that what it was? He like
He's
should
trying
have
to get his-
driven.
he was trying to get his car out.
Hey, Uncle Jeremy,
car out.
Hey, Uncle Jeremy, can I try driving it?
Hey, I know how to get my Uncle Jeremy over here. I'll just get this truck stuck.
Look, Uncle Jeremy, I know we got everything in the house,
wanna
but I
meet him?
really got to get my car out, bro.
I gotta go hang out with my friends.
Yeah, and then
man,
he's
got one of those. It's tough, man. He's got that thing where you can't really put your finger on it, but there's serious damage.
Yeah,
like
He's
to his
goofy.
face, his speech, and
Hey, look.
Oh yeah, he went through.
Looks like he had a stroke.
He looks fucking. He looks fucking
Glad he's
great.
doing
He
okay.
looks so
Thank
good.
God.
He looks so good for what happened.
Yeah, he looks amazing for what
He looks
happened.
so good. You know what he has? He's like Terrell Owens when he broke his leg in the Eagles, and he recovered in like 3 weeks, and he's supposed to be like 4 months. He has like a hypodermic chamber. He has like that. He just sits in a healing machine 24/7, and those fucking things work. Like if you're severely injured, you need to get one of Terrell Owens or Jeremy Renner machine, and you're gonna heal.
Hyperbaric chamber. Yeah.
Hey, Wes, I just shot you a text. I was doing a little digging, to see if I could find your criminal record, and I found an email associated with you, but I don't think it's associated with you. But it might be associated with you from way back in the day, and I just want to make sure.
No, that's not me.
Okay, so you're not MacDaddyDev87@yahoo.com.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
I wish I was though.
What happened mid-October 2004, Wes? Did you fail to maintain proper control?
Yeah. Yeah,
you did.
Oh, of what?
Car. That was a traffic incident.
What happened in
what does that
in
mean?
May of 2006, Wes? Was there traffic going?
That's going through Wes's criminal record.
You said no traffic. I'm going to impede you. Do you remember that?
That was when I was just looking at my cell phone, stopped in the middle of the street, and a cop pulled up next to me and was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
You're impeding traffic.
Yeah, I was just
That was the
just
charge.
staring at my phone while cars were zipping by me.
Sorry, officer. I was watching a funny video. You want to watch it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I can't find it. It's not out there.
That's awesome.
Okay, that one was from Alexander Teamsma, the Jeremy Renner submission. So thank you. This one's from Claire Taplin. We've been talking about the bidet, and this is a group of guys who got a bidet for their, I assume, frat house, and these are the faces that they're making trying it out for the first time. It's pretty fucking hilarious. They all seem to love it.
Oh, it's
got a bidet.
Right up his ass. Oh,
Trent's surprised, but also
Yeah,
he likes it.
I mean, it looks like they all really liked it.
No one disliked it.
No. Everybody loves it. I don't know I was speaking with a listener on Instagram DMs earlier this week. I forget who it was, but they also said it's the best purchase. They bought a Tushy, which is just the app. Best purchase he ever made, he said. So
look, I mean, bidet is the way to go for cleanliness for sure. Like, wash it out.
You got to get in there, man.
Out. You got to get in there. You got to get in there.
This one's I don't know if it's real. It seems real. If it's not real, it's brilliantly done. It's LARPers coming across a dead body and being interviewed by the news from David Noir. Here it is.
In the middle of our tournament where my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there, I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
No, it's not real. That's
it's not real at all.
That's
That
the
guy's
manifestation guy.
that guy's the best. Yeah,
he's hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious.
I owe the government a lot of money, but what they don't know is I have the power of manifestation.
That guy's thing is he films these sketches and then he does it from his phone on his TV,
on
like
the
he's
TV.
watching himself on
It's
TV.
such an effective little trick.
It's amazing though.
That got I was watching that recently, one of his videos, and that got me thinking. Like, man, like there's little things that you can do to fucking
It's a
fool
great
the shit
little
out of people.
Little stick he's got.
I mean, it's nothing to just send the video he filmed to his television, then film his TV. with
Right?
his
Yeah,
phone.
it's a good idea though.
Yeah, I loved it. It's hilarious.
That guy's funny. He's what's his handle on IG? He's funny. He's got a lot of good sketches.
Manifestation's hilarious.
I'll try to find it.
Yeah, so that one, and then this one is from Jim Sobrato. I think he's the guy offering the Adirondacks.
Yeah,
to us.
Jim with the Adirondacks.
And
All
this
right.
is a mashup of Biden being super gay.
Down between two men. Some of my gay friends, two of them, each on the end of each of the two beds that were facing me. And I'm against the desk like this. And this guy said, he was from New York, he said, "Get down on your knees." So I did. And blew him from the middle out and the bottom up. And so I stepped back. I said, "Gentlemen, okay, please clean on my face." He said, "We must and we can come together." Here's what he said.
Come together.
What I said to him, actually. I decided I want to be bent over in the bathroom gasping for air. And you're a big guy. It leaves a gigantic hole. A gaping hole. And that's okay. I'm a big boy. I'm gay.
Well
Big
done.
boy.
I'm gay. That was fantastic. Gasping for air.
Bent over in the bathroom gasping for air.
Oh, that was so good. That was a great mashup, man. I fucking love the another great one that people have been submitting recently. We just haven't played them because they're long. Is all the Call of Duties where they have Trump, Obama, and Biden on there.
Oh yeah, those are pretty
they're
funny. Those are pretty.
They're talking shit, and Bush too sometimes. Yeah,
some of the
talking
accents
shit
are good.
both
Trump's
ways.
accent's not that great on that, but it's funny content. Yeah, the guys that do the voices.
We could probably make some of those
Yeah.
because Wes does a great Obama. A few of us can do a Trump, and then we could just have to do a W.
Biden's
Somebody
tough.
does a W.
Yeah.
Biden's the hardest one.
Dude, I agree.
Biden's
I bet Dana Carvey keeps trying to do it.
Dana
I'm listening-
Carvey's the only
I've been
one who's got a
listening
good Biden.
I know, but he's
There's a
still,
guy on Howard Stern that's
even
a really
Dana
good one.
Carvey doesn't even have it though.
He does.
There's a guy
though.
that
Dana
calls it
Carvey's
Stern that nails it.
pretty good. Really,
It's
Stern's
tough,
got a
though.
good one.
It's
Yeah.
a tougher one.
It is.
It is tough. Kyle Dunnigan has a decent one, but yeah, it's a hard impersonation.
Yeah. All right, two more. Just doing the two more of these. This is from Nick Collar, and it's midgets versus obese people soccer league.
Yes, dude, this one's good.
Whoa. Flying. Oh, but the big guy.
No, look at the skill on the big guy. Oh, he's through.
Hank. Smash. Oh, but the goalie.
Big boys. Big boys.
The big boys.
Golasso.
The little goalie's not even half the height of the goal.
Where can we
Dude,
find it?
first
Where
kick.
can we see it?
The first shot, he just smoked it right at the goalie.
Yeah.
He didn't even
The,
try to
the
score.
goalie saved it with his body.
Yeah, it just hit the goalie
Knocked
like
him
right in the
backwards.
chest.
It's kind of mean. They're beating up on him.
This
That's
one is
an
from
amazing league.
Yeah. This one is from Quinn Hetzel. It's of a Lowe's worker who is having trouble with the lifter, and he's just crying for help. Oh, wait, sorry, that's not the one.
It's the gay bidet thing again.
Yeah, yeah.
No, damn it.
Rat bidet.
Look
Oh,
at
no.
Trent. Look at Trent. He loves it.
Yeah.
Fritzy.
The Fritz.
Fritzy getting frisky.
God damn it.
Wes keeps adding
It's the same one.
Oh,
I think I
Oh,
might
no.
have
He's
fucked
got it
up.
mislabeled.
Yeah, I
He's
got it
got the
mislabeled.
bidet thing mislabeled.
God damn it. I do. Okay. All right. Well, I'll do a different one. God damn it.
Oh. What were
So
you going
this
to
one.
do?
Well, I was gonna do the Lowe's one. This guy's on the one of those lifters where you have to get stuff high up, and he's just crying and freaking out. All right, this one is this one's not even funny. If it's real, it's fucked up. It's from Rich DeLuca. It's about how they make fake meat.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
What I just found out about lab-grown meat, and I can assure you, you are going to be disgusted. The source of this meat, they need fast-growing cells, replicating cells, just like when you have a farm that makes fruit from a tree. You don't want to plant a new tree every week. You want a tree that gives you a lot of fruit. And this is what they're trying to do with meat. And so what do they find? Well, there's something called an immortalized cell, also known as a HeLa cell. HeLa after Henrietta Lacks, who sometime in the 1950s had cervical cancer, and they removed her cancer cells, put them in a petri dish to see how long will they continue replicating, and they're still replicating today. So if you've already started to read in between the lines, you may guess where I'm going with this, that they realize the best source for fast replicating cells to make lab-grown meat that you're going to eat are cancer and pre-cancer cells. That means taking cancerous and pre-cancerous cells, literally putting them as the base and having those replicate to continue as a fast as possible pace, produce the meat that you're going to eat. And if that isn't disgusting,
Yeah. Yeah, part 2. I didn't.
There's no way.
Fucking cancer cells.
There's no way.
I'd believe it.
Someone
remember when I did the story and I was like, they don't ever tell you exactly the process. That must be why.
Yeah. So, which video you guys like best? Anyone you want to see again?
That's how we're ending the week.
No, we're doing
cancer
voicemails.
cells.
Oh, okay, thank God.
I mean, like I loved all of them, honestly. But I mean, there's a clear top 2 for me.
The Bidet Boys was pretty good.
Bid it.
Gay Biden and the
Gay Biden was
Gay
good.
Biden and the midgets versus the obese.
Yeah.
They're my top 2.
Yeah, the big boys.
Gay Biden was my favorite for sure. That was brilliant. All right, well, cool.
Sounds like
let's,
Gay Biden.
Let's do voicemails and wrap this thing up. I think there's like 7 of them. A few first time callers, so
Nice.
they don't know about Pat's. They didn't adhere to Pat's length request. And of course,
sick.
Colin left 3 voicemails, and then he sent me a DM being like, "Hey, please play all my voicemails." I only played 2 though. I only played 2. Yeah.
Oh, only 2.
One of them he's talking about Italian slander. I don't know.
Is he for or against it?
Is he Italian?
4. Because he makes a Jesus connection about the Romans and they killed Jesus and blah blah blah. Okay, here we go. First one.
What's up, boys? Peppy from South Jersey again. Listening to the Friday's episode the day before April Fool's, and you guys are talking about the itchy ass. And Wes, I know sounds like you have a problem with that. So I had a question I brought up to my friends a few weeks ago, and they kind of didn't really give me an answer on it. They kind of just laughed at me, so I thought I'd turn to you guys. Do you guys wipe your gooch? Like, after taking a poop, do you wipe in between your ball sack and your asshole? I've been wiping that recently, and there's residue on there.
Cool.
Almost every time I take a shit, and I'm so confused how I get residue there. Like,
right.
Well,
I do use the squatty potty, so my legs are elevated, but I don't think it's grazing my gooch as the poop is falling out.
Great.
Well,
and I'm just so mind-boggled
It is.
how residue gets there. Like, I don't know if it's the way I'm wiping. I wipe from back to front, so from
Gravity's lowering your
to
gooch closer
gooch.
to your asshole.
I don't know if that's a whole other topic, but I don't know if that's adding residue there. I don't think it is because I'm not
that's a
touching my
pretty clear
gooch.
answer.
So I can't figure out how there's poop on my gooch.
Gravity. Your
But
legs are
almost
elevated.
every time there is. And it's what Wes is having a problem with. Maybe you could just gotta wipe your gooch,
gooch
every
one more
time you
time.
take a poop. But I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but I definitely do. And I'm just confused how it happens. I spend an extra 5 minutes wiping my gooch almost every
You
single time.
couldn't. You couldn't cut any.
Not
part
that
of
Have a
the
great
voicemail?
confusing.
weekend.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay, not that confusing on this one. Sounds like Wes and this guy both need the tushy, right? They need a bidet. This guy, he uses a squatty potty. What the squatty potty does is it puts your feet up on an elevated angle. So he's changing the ejection angle of his turd
further away
to be
from the
more
gooch, though.
no, to be more
your
towards
gooch-
the front
your-
of the
your
toilet.
gooch is coming towards you.
exactly. He's changing his ejection angle, so his shit is flying more forward in the toilet, and then now it's splashing up onto his gooch, and he's like, "Why is it happening?" It's because of the squatty potty.
Angle is higher away from the asshole with the squatty potty.
No. It moves your.
What happens to your
forward.
your balls and gooch when your legs are elevated?
Yeah, they go forward. They go
No,
forward.
they fall. They with gravity
Closer
They
to the
come
gooch,
closer
closer
to
to
your
the seat,
butthole.
too. Closer
Yes,
to
they
the
do.
seat, too.
Yes, they do. They come closer to your butthole with gravity. When your legs are elevated,
Gooch isn't a loose piece of skin.
It sure as shit can
For
be.
some it
It's-
is.
Yeah, exactly. All right, smooth gooch.
No,
Yeah,
you're talking about your
tight
ball
gooch.
sack?
Yeah, all right, tight
You're
gooch.
talking about your ball sack?
I'm
Or
saying
the,
because he's
And
changing
your
the
ball
angle.
sack is connected to your gooch, so
butt's
it's all
facing more
connected.
forward, the hole.
yeah, jiggly gooch?
I got a gooch on me.
It seems like you guys just need bidets, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
About to go-
Bidet. But
You know,
no, I don't generally wipe my gooch.
No.
No, don't usually. Because nobody has that problem. Nobody else is getting the ejection that forward.
There's no need to wipe your gooch unless it's explosive diarrhea.
Exactly.
Right. If you're having
need
loose stools,
Or you're going on a date.
clean up.
Well, yeah. I mean, the gooch can smell, like sweat. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great area, but you shouldn't be getting poop on it.
That's right.
Well, but when you change the ejection angle, that's what's
Bad things happen. Yeah.
You know, we used to say banus growing up. Remember that?
Yeah, we did.
yeah, sandbar too.
Banus.
One of the still. Is this funny or fucked up? I can't tell. I mean, still like one of the. I literally laughed at it while Wes was telling the story because I thought of it or listened to the voicemail. When we took some girl's camera at the beach, and we all took photographs of our penis.
Fruit basket.
So then you'd have to develop them, and then
we all took pictures of
good
our
old sexual harassment
of our nuts and dick.
I
from
still
behind,
find that very funny.
Which is called the fruit basket, where you bend over and you shove the whole package.
Probably
through,
wouldn't fly these days.
You can see the twig and berries from the back, and it's called the fruit basket.
I can't get over how funny that is to me. The idea of someone going to develop their photos, looking forward to what's on the roll.
Basket? Yes, that's hilarious.
It's funny.
Did you ever find out about it?
So you're gonna have to look through all of them.
No.
To see if any of the photos she thought were on there are on there.
Yeah, it was a great prank.
You were never like, hey, how are the pictures from the trip?
We never heard. Never heard.
We could ask, but then we might get charged. I don't know.
Yeah, the statute of limitations on fruit baskets is random, pal.
We should leave it alone.
Yeah.
All right, next voicemail.
Give her the Venus.
What's up, Hard Factor boys? This is Jimbo, first time caller. Every morning I listen to you guys, and I know it's going to be a great fucking day.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to keep this short so Mr. Cassidy doesn't have a fucking stroke.
Thank you.
I got into a discussion with my boys the other day. It was from a meme someone saw. It was, you're on death row, and for your last meal you get to pick. Only from fast food. You get 2 menu items, 1 fry, 1 side, 1 drink, and 1 dessert. And I know you guys love the fast food as much as me. I'm curious to hear what your guys' picks is. Mine was Quarter Pounder Deluxe with cheese, cheesy gordita crunch.
Ooh, fuck.
I had to go with the White Castle fish nibblers.
Gross.
McDonald's fries, a Baja Blast, and a Wendy's chocolate frosty. Have a great fucking day, boys.
Jesus. It's a good.
People
It almost
really
makes
like
you want to
Baja
commit a
Blast?
crime.
Wow, man.
He thought about that one.
Yeah. That's why he called in, because he had a great answer.
Good order.
Let me just, I'm not going to give my answer, but have you guys, Dairy Queen, my side, they have a new, they have cheese curds now. So, some of the best cheese curds I've ever had.
Better than Culver's?
Yes, better than Culver's.
Whoa.
Yep.
Like that.
The batter is lighter.
Just like that. Just better than Culver's, no questions asked.
Way better than Culver's.
Dairy Queens.
Dairy Queens. Yep.
Whoa.
Very good. Very good. Squeaky, light batter.
Oh, I don't believe you.
Oh.
Culver's are incredible.
Culver's are a little bit too hard.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna try them.
You got to try.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's draft this out because I just figured mine out. I like my picks.
Knock it out, Willie. Knock it out.
All right.
Tell us
I'm
what you
going Big Mac,
Mhm.
Chick-fil-A original sandwich as my 2 entrees. I'm going Arby's curly fries with those 2. I'm going McDonald's Sprite as my drink, and then a Dairy Queen cherry milkshake as my dessert.
Oh wow!
Cherry vanilla and whipped.
Give me the Venus.
Yeah, I mean those are good items.
Those are good. I don't even want to do it.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'm going Raising Cane's chicken fingers, a Big Mac. I'm going the mashed potatoes from Popeye's chicken. Cherry limeade is my drink. And
Dessert.
oh, a fucking McFlurry, dude, an Oreo McFlurry.
Boom, Oreo McFlurry.
McFlurries are great. I don't maybe Oreo Blizzard, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Blizzard is probably the.
Change it to Blizzard. I said Blizzard. I meant Blizzard.
And there you go. There it is. Oreo Blizzard for the win.
These are making me
say.
hungry. I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't
Try
even
those-
want to do it.
try those cheese
I
curds
haven't
from
eaten
Derek.
in a while. I don't even want to.
Yeah,
You guys had great answers. Great answers.
Great answers.
By the
Great
way,
answers.
Harry Smith is right. When they opened Raising Cane's at Purdue, that's every college loves the Raising Cane's. LSU go Tigers.
Great call.
Also, you're poor in college, and they give you the fucking Texas toast, which is a filler upper, man. It's such a good move.
Cane's
You need
keeps
that
it
filler
simple
upper.
with the amount of options, but they really hit it out the park.
You know, Mark,
with
the most successful restaurants do.
Yeah.
To be
Oh yeah.
honest with
No,
you.
I know.
Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Raising Cane's.
I know.
All right, let's move on.
Ochos Locos.
Pat's grilled cheese.
Look, we do one
Boys,
thing
calling from
really well.
California. So I just left the fucking grocery store. And it seemed like every aisle I was on, this group of people that had mental handicaps were there. And I don't know what, I can't get it out of my head, dude. I'm honestly convinced now that people with Down syndrome eat pussy better than fucking us normies, you know? Us normies without the extra chromie, you know? I just, I couldn't stop thinking of it. And I wanted to thank you, Wes, for that because it's fucking amazing. But I was also concerned that they might steal me into their group. But then again, they might teach me their ways of eating pussy properly. So it might not have been a bad thing had they taken me, you know? And I'll see you guys later and have a great fucking day.
Expand your horizons.
Those are the part of the show my mom stopped listening right there.
Yeah.
Bye, Noreen.
One of three from Colin.
Yeah, here we go. More. It was I don't know if this is Colin again, but here we go.
Hey boys, it's Tony from PA. So as I'm recording this, our season kicks off tomorrow, April 6th. 69 home games, so it's going to be a decently long season. Looking forward to it. But you kind of have to be a functioning alcoholic in order to work in minor league baseball. And in the Discord, Tim A with a great shout out for vodka sodas. But what are some other low-calorie options that you guys drink when you're on a diet and want to get fucked up because your job is tedious? But very awesome and very rewarding, so it's worth it. Have a great fucking weekend, guys. Love ya.
Wine. I think wine's a great one that men don't do often because they think it's girly, but it's very low calorie for alcohol. And you don't have to really worry too much because it's like, you know, it's like all of it's pretty much low calorie. To stick with the red, it's a little bit less, but yeah.
I mean, vodka topo, like any flavored topo was always good. But if tonic water is which is the one that's calorie high?
I think you got to get diet tonic if you want.
Yeah, it's seltzer. You got to get vodka seltzer, like
vodka
right?
soda water.
Vodka
soda water,
lime,
not tonic water.
Tonic
soda
has
water.
calories in it.
Soda water or like any LaCroix or anything like that, right?
Exactly.
Like
But
those
you enter a major conundrum there. So I quit drinking beer 10 years ago. I was just a wine guy, and I was like, man, I want to tighten it up even further. I'll be a vodka soda dude. But then you start messing with just straight booze, and if you're a drinker, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's tough because once you start drinking it no mixer, then you get hammered real fast, and then you might actually make some mistakes that you didn't want to make.
It also
before you started doing.
Before you know it, you're 36. You're in a bathroom with a disposable camera.
Yeah,
took off the bar.
Easy to make some mistakes.
20th anniversary of the fruit basket. Let's go.
The boys aren't around. It's just you know.
The fruit baskets come out.
Yeah. You get real lonely, try to recreate the good times.
You know what's good is
for calories, vodka sodas.
Tequila is also
clear
like
tequila.
Tequila soda is good too.
Oh,
any clear liquor with no calorie mixer is the way to go.
Yeah.
Outside of like a straight up like Beam and Diet Coke, which is probably my favorite besides a vodka soda, tequila is absolutely the best for like a low calorie mixer.
Like
liquor.
Skinny Marks. You guys want to do some Skinny Marks?
And they say it doesn't give you as bad of a hangover. I don't know if I believe it because
they said that about the Borg.
Alcohol.
You said that about the Borg, and my first
pure or something. I don't know. Yeah.
I made the strongest Borg. I read the recipe wrong. Let me tell you.
It's all fire water.
It'll get
It doesn't matter what you drink. If you drink it in that quantity, you get a hangover.
All right, let's move on.
Boys, Dallas Dave here to talk Leeds United. Glory, Leeds United. On we march toward another season in the EPL. We are still in the midst of a relegation battle, which is nerve-wracking, but do I think we'll get relegated? No, I don't. We score a lot more goals than the teams around us. There's 9 teams separated just by a couple points. I think we're in a lot better position than many of them, and we're beating who we need to beat. We can lose to Arsenal, that's fine, but we're picking up points where we need them, and I think we'll be fine. And let's just put a little skin in the game and get the interest of everyone, especially the hosts here outside of Will. If Leeds stay up, I'm committing right here on the pod to signing up myself, my buddy Sean, who's a listener, and his 2 younger brothers to send in the car, at least for the summer. Get on that Discord server, participate fully in the premium experience of the Hardo Hive. Can't wait. So let's get 4 more members. Let's get Leeds to another EPL season. Let's go, boys. Have a great weekend, everyone. HAGFD and MOT.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Dave, joining the server. I love it. He's going to join too, and his buddies, because he's right. We all we have to do. So we have Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Fulham, Leicester City, Bournemouth, Man City, Newcastle, West Haven, and Tottenham to close it out. That's the last games of the season. We only need to beat the bad teams in there. And even we can tie them too, and we'll still probably make it. So, Dallas Dave, I like the energy.
Getting that sports thread on the Discord. Talk about Leeds.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's nice. Well,
all right.
We got to win. We got to win a few.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to win a couple, but we just beat Nottingham Forest and the Wolves in the last 3 weeks. So
I wish we played them again, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm with Leeds now. Yeah, I'm glad. I hope they stay and do well. Here we go.
Boys, this is a long-time listener, Instagram. God damn it. Sorry, the cat knocked over the gate. Anyways, long-time listener.
Better gotta wait quick.
Hello, boys. This is Bathtub Jim calling back. The first message I left was a little shaky. The cats were out of control, but just wanted to touch base on a topic that you guys briefly talked about last week about whippets, nitrous oxide, hippie crack, laughing gas, whatever you want to call it. Just want to let you guys know that on, Dead and Company lot, Fish lot, Panic lot, Nitrous Mafia out there is trying to get 3 for $20, and I know inflation's hurting everybody, but there's no reason why nitrous balloons in a parking lot
3 for $20
outside of a music venue for a jam band should be no more than 5 for $20. And
I agree.
Anybody that's in the know that goes to said jam band shows, you gotta hustle the hustlers to get a couple extra balloons on the house. Do whatever you can. Tell them this guy, or do the old
toss it a few more balloons, and we'll.
Jim said it's cool, or everybody
Jim
knows.
Bathtub Jim told me.
But just letting you know, inflation's hitting us hard, and if you guys want to come up to Central New York, Syracuse, Fish is playing over the summer there in July. All are welcome.
For $900.
Summer.
What?
Yeah, fucking sucks, dude. Just want to get some decently priced nitrous balloons and get the Wawas for a little bit and laugh and do some funny dumb shit in the parking lot.
Yeah.
We also, back in the day when we were on Mo Tour, we were going to Philly, and nitrous tanks in Philly at South Philly Propane. It's like sketchy part of the fucking city. You get $5 a pound for gas. You get 5-pounders, 10-pounders, 20-pounders,
5 a pounder,
5
a pounder.
And you go there, get your little license that they give you,
We
and
got
you
crackers.
can get whatever you want. I'm not sure if they're still doing it because there was a worldwide nitrous shortage a couple of years ago. I don't know if that's the case anymore, but as an avid recreational drug user and abuser, a heads up for the listeners and the boys. So if you're ever in South Philly, hit up South Philly Propane and get your license, and you can get all the nitrous you want for around $5 a pound. And we used to put just ketamine or coke or
just go down
whatever
to the cheese show
up your nose on the tip of the balloon, and then put the balloon up to your nose and inhale it and let the balloon go and let it, suck it in through your nose, and we would call it the Philly blowback. So for all of the degenerate nitrous users, abusers.
We doing some blowbacks this weekend?
Dude, we got to go to the Adirondacks with Jim now.
I caught a Philly blowback at a free show one time, man. It's fucking Dead & Co. is doing Cornell anniversary of their show, and it's a Benny, but it's like so fucking expensive because it's a benefit for Music Cares. Not Fish, Dead & Co. But hey, Jim, why don't you miracle us, man? Just saying.
What's that?
Well, when you've never been to a Fish show before and someone gives you a ticket, it's called getting miracled.
Right.
Nice.
Oh, I've been around all the fucking worst fans in the world, man.
Dude, I can't. I want to go to a
Jam
Fish
band
concert
fans.
just to haggle people for the 5 for $20 balloons. I don't even want to do the nitrous. I just want to haggle them for the extra balloons.
Oh, dude,
I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here if you're not going to toss in 2 more balloons.
You think you're going to
5
haggle?
for $20 only. Jim told me.
Okay. You think you're going to haggle, bro? No, bro.
3 for $20, sure, but then 2 for $0 because it's 5 for $20.
I will say the haggling gets harder.
Yeah.
I would rank like probably the hardest place to haggle is at like a Disco Biscuit show, like biscuits, because like those motherfuckers are hardcore druggies. And like probably the easiest place to haggle is like a Dave show because it's like a bunch of posers there.
Or right
Oh,
here,
bro,
Jim.
but if you go see Tribe, man, STS9, like, oh my god, bro, give it a try.
Jim's trying to miracle us.
Dude, he's giving us a sweetheart package. The Adirondacks, a fish show.
Wait a minute, are we gonna get lifted with Jim? Do some blowbacks.
I mean, we got to get up there.
Do some blowbacks and then head to the Adirondacks.
They call me Guy Duda Bro on lots.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, just fucking with IPA breath and fucking. I'm in, bro.
I mean, I'm in.
Get up there, man.
I'm in.
Whoa.
All right, I think one more, last one.
Boys, calling from California. Sorry I called earlier, but I got one more voicemail. This is the last thing I'm going to say about NASCAR ever.
No, it's
but I want you guys to look up Haley Deegan and how fucking hot she is. So Haley Deegan's in the NASCAR Truck Series. She's running the 13 Ford car. And, yeah, just tell me what you guys' thoughts on Haley Deegan are. And I guarantee all the fucking hot is going to get behind her, dude. She's so fucking hot. Easily wouldn't pull out and definitely willing to pay child support. And have a great fucking day.
From the guy that gets a boner from Marjorie Taylor Greene brings you
Haley Deegan.
Mm-hmm.
She is hot.
Easily wouldn't pull out.
She's very attractive. You're right, Colin. She's an attractive woman.
Colin's descriptions are hilarious.
Yeah. So that's what attractive women can look forward to if they hook up with Colin.
Yeah.
The most aggressive description.
Purposeful cream pies.
Don't you worry. I'll pay all the child support you want me to. Just let me cream inside you, baby.
Yeah.
That's it. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Go enjoy our weekend.
Outstanding.
Okay.
Hypothetically cream pieing Haley Deegan.
There she is. Hypothetically, yeah. Have a great
we've
weekend.
got Trump's mugshot. Eric brought it.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Is that AI generated?
Yeah, that's
Trump in
Mid-Journey.
jail.
That's
That's
not.
hilarious. Trump's leaning against the jail fence.
Yeah.
This is the best.
The Mid-Journey shit's good. Him cleaning the toilets is good too.
It's the Mid-Journey. Yeah. It's the AI.
in the prison.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for joining us for another week. We really appreciate it, and we hope you have a great fucking weekend. Be safe out there.
Stay away from cliffs.